Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how much will depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos and updates. We are different from the North. We tackle our brothers when they're in power. That's according to Gani Adams. Oh yes, Gani Adams, the Arewa Kankofo of Yoruba land. He's saying that look, the Westerners or the Southwest or Yorubas, as the case may be, say they are different from the Northerners, from the Hausa, Fulani. Say they are different from them. So when their brothers are in power, they pamper them. Talking about the Arewa. The Arewa will pamper their own brothers. That's according to Gani Adams. Said they will pamper them when they're in power. They will pamper their brothers. The Northerners will pamper their own. But say Yorubas, say they don't pamper their own. No. Say if they're own in power, so they will say it when they're doing something that is not good. Yes, of course, in an open letter, Adams has called for a reversal of the current trajectory, emphasizing that the president's policies have only worsened the economic and security situations in Nigeria. That is Tinubu's economic policies. Oh yes, asserting that Tinubu's administration has not lived up to expectations of those who believed in his renewed hope agenda. Yes, he said despite sharing the same ethnic background, he felt it's necessary to publicly express his concerns, stressing that remaining silent would be a disservice to his country, arguing that the people had hoped for better governance from Tinubu, given his exposure to modern democratic processes, but have been let down by his performance. That's what Gani Adams is saying. Whenever he talks about this Tinubu's democratic practices, we begin to ask, what are these democratic practices inherent in Tinubu? Okay? Democratic practices, okay, inherent in Tinubu. Where is it? I want to say it. Despotic, totalitarian, dictator, a tyrant. You are saying democratic. Where are the democratic principles? So, look at his words quote. Yoruba is quite different a tribe. When Obasanjo was there, we Yoruba criticized him. We are different from the Northerners who pampered their people when they are in power. This is because we always think about the future, that if you don't act with justice, the power will shift from us to another tribe. That is the way we think in Yoruba land. End of quote. Now this is what he said. Yes, he said, Tinubu-led government, if anything wants to happen to him, when he knows he's doing the right thing, say he will defend him. Yes, say he will defend him. But if he's not doing the right thing, he will say it. Say that is Yoruba. That's what Gani Adams is saying. Say Yoruba people, they don't defend their own when they are going astray because they want to remain power. They want to retain power. Okay, say, but the Northerners say their own is to defend sheepishly. Sheepishly is their brother. Nothing. Of course, it happened during the header era. The era of the header. Yes, the header that's in apart from this Tinubu that orchestrated it, that man shouldn't have become even a local government chairman or a councillor. That boy, yes, though the people can vote for him as councillor in his ward in Daura. Yes, they can vote for him, but he's not qualified to be a councillor. You know the way the Northerners vote sheepishly. The man, Buhari, is never qualified to become a councillor. A councillor to govern people as a councillor in a ward. In a ward. But of course, you know where he's coming from. That's why the country is in this mess, where you have such numbers of people as citizens, your fellow citizens. Imagine. They bring this man out. Say, Baba. They were clapping from the north when you see the mass movement for him. We're going to ask ourselves, are we electing a president or a jihadist? Oh yes, they literally elected a jihadist in 2015, not a president who will govern the country by prosperity, bringing development, investment, rule of law, and constitutionalism. No. They elected a jihadist, an extremist. They worked hard to elect him in 2015. The Northerners. They were not looking for someone who will make Nigeria better, no. They want an extremist who will, prosper them in the area of religion, ethnicity. Yes, who will carry out their ethnic agenda, religious extremism. That is it. That's what they care about, not to develop the country, no. So that's why for 80 years it was just like the people were suffering, stagnated growth. They even went back. Okay, the country, suffered a great deal in that man's hand. Yes. So, but what is happening now is even worse. In Yoruba man's era, that even his brothers can keep quiet. They can't stomach it. His kinsmen say, look, the level of hardship, poverty, being orchestrated on them by their own brother, said they can't stomach this thing any longer. And what are the Igbos saying? Okay? The Igbos are not be allowed to test it. So we won't know whether they are applauding their own people or not. How do you assess them? Because since 1970, we have chased them away and said, look, they're not going to test this power. Yes. Now you have been testing it. What is your achievement? The country is worse than every other country in the whole world. The poverty capital of the world. Yes. Since they have overtaken India, they have been holding this position for almost 4 years now. The poverty capital of the world. The poverty capital. That's the only thing they have achieved. Successive governments from the Yoruba and the Hausa Fulani, yes, have achieved poverty capital for the country. That thing, you can't blame any man for your downfall. That's the good thing of it. Yes, that's the good thing about Igbos. You're not qualified to go to the president. Good and fine, they're doing well in their endeavor. It's for your own good. And the Igbo are trying to ascend to the president, the office of the president in Nigeria. It's for the good of the whole country. The Igbos are far better than all of them, even when not in power. They don't need power to do business, to excel in their commercial activities. Oh, yes. So, you blame yourself for what you are passing through, the Yorubas. You blame yourself. You said, Emiloko. You said, it's your turn. You said, oh, yeah, brother. You are attacking Igbos. You are attacking Igbos in Lagos and saying, oh, it must be your brother. Now, what you have seen is what you bargained, and no apology for that. We cannot pity you. No, we cannot pity you for that. You are seeing what you bargained, and that is it. Simple. Whether criticizing or not criticizing, the economy have those dived. People are suffering. Yes, it is the worst in the history of the country, the worst economic hardship ever witnessed. Is what is going on now. Oh yes, and that is your brother, Gani Adams, your brother Tinubu brought the worst economic situation the country have ever seen in their history. The worst. Apart from the Civil War time, when Igbos were suffering, oh yes, because of the Civil War, when they blocked the seas and the air everywhere so that the Igbos should not breathe. They don't have anything to eat.